Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. It is March 3rd. Brand new month and already well into March. Hard to believe how fast time is flying by here in 2023. But obviously just got back from vacation. Had a great time. A nice boys trip in Mexico, but glad to be back at it. And like I said, going to be back to the regular schedule. Just as a reminder, going to be doing the before market close videos. Like I said, it's usually 30 minutes before the close-ish, but we'll be doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the foreseeable future. That may change, but just leading into the spring and the summer, we have been seeing a little bit of a drop-off in activity, but like I said, if something does change with regards to the market volatility, obviously we'll make some exceptions to that rule, but just going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's not that much stuff to be updating on a daily basis. Also getting videos out on a daily basis as well. So that's just a quick update on that. But I hope you had a great week. And like I said, excited to be back at it. We'll do a quick market update. I see we have quite a few ticker requests. So we'll jump into that in just a moment. But we'll do a quick market health check on both crypto and the rest of the broader market. We did have that plunge on Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market, about 5% in a matter of minutes. It's about a half an hour. So that was a big drop in terms of volatility that we've been seeing. We've been pretty sideways for the most part. And that has to do with a couple of operational banks. Some banks, Silvergate, I believe the name of the bank is, that is having some operational issues. And then it's kind of sparking some FUD, right? So people are just uncertain, and then the market doesn't like uncertainty. So that's what sparked that drop. If we take a look at the daily time frame, we are in a daily downtrend. We have the lower high and lower low. So that means zoom out to the weekly time frame and scout weekly consolidation. So when we change a trend on a shorter term time frame, it means zoom out to the next time frame higher than that one. So in this case, it was the daily uptrend and the daily downtrend confirming. That means zoom out to the next higher time frame, the weekly, and look for weekly consolidation. Weekly consolidation just means we're losing the low of the previous weekly candle. So support was at 22,520. Once we lost that, we started weekly consolidation. But we're just looking for a weekly higher low here compared to support at 21,366. And at the moment, we could potentially be seeing a type of head and shoulders. So we'll have to watch for that potential formation. We did have the EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on watch. Didn't really quite get the follow through. So it's all about that support there at 21,366. As long as that holds, we're still in a weekly uptrend. So that is the key support going forward on Bitcoin. Key resistance there at the high of the bounce at 25,288. On the monthly time frame, it's a monthly inside bar. So 25,288. And then after that, we have a lack of resistance all the way up to 48,240. But support there at 21,366. If we lose the weekly uptrend, what does that mean? Again, it means zoom out to the higher time frame and look for consolidation on that time frame. Just because we lose the weekly uptrend doesn't always mean we're doing consolidation on the higher time frame, in this case the monthly. But usually when we confirm a downtrend, I would say 90% plus, that means we're consolidating on the monthly time frame. So in this case, 21,366 is the key support, because if we do lose that, we lose the weekly uptrend and we start monthly consolidation. We're still just looking for a monthly higher low and higher high. We haven't confirmed a monthly uptrend yet. Very similar to SPY. SPY starting monthly consolidation finally. So we are getting a little bit of a clue. I'll bring that up in a moment, actually. We are getting a little bit of a clue from the broader market that we could see this in the crypto space as well. So I'm going to be watching that very closely. But we do have quite a bit of room. Even if we do start monthly consolidation, we could drop from just consolidation's beginning levels. We could drop about 20, almost 30%, 28, 30%, and still be scouting a monthly higher low. So bulls have quite a bit of room here now to form that monthly higher low and then a higher high, get back into a monthly uptrend, and we'll be confident that we could potentially be heading back to that 40, 50K region. In terms of movers and shakers on the day today, we have BTC shorts, NDA, and sell token. And on the bear list, we have ZEC, Filecoin, and Theta. And I did send we had a request there from Patrick asking if I could email Hexo about potential earnings call. And I got an automatic reply there just now. Currently out of the office until Monday, March 6th. So we should hear something back on March 6th. So there's an update on that. Moving on. So yeah, Filecoin Theta in the decline. Filecoin had a huge move there off the lows. Went from $2.41 all the way up to $9.50. So off the lows had about 300% of upside. And Zcash, another name that's looking extremely attractive. That low there at $33. If we just go back to, it's about a 10x if we go back to all-time highs. Privacy coin. Moving on, taking a look at SPY. So SPY, nice move here on the daily time frame. Second day in a row, we are starting the daily bounce. So we came off of the low. We were in a daily downtrend. We had lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We're no longer in a daily downtrend with the break of the lower high, lower low pattern. So once we had this lower high here break, resistance at 401.29 was the key resistance level. Once that broke, we are no longer in a daily downtrend. Trend is now flat. However, we do have the low, high, and no higher low and higher high. So we're not in a daily uptrend yet. So now what we need to see is consolidation. Bull's got quite a bit of room to do so. Form a higher low and a higher high. But we want to see as much room as possible to allow for that higher low to form. But on the daily time frame, we have no resistance now until 415.05. And we got that daily EMA 12 and 26 bear cross out of the way as well. In terms of the weekly time frame, no major red flags here. So still in a weekly uptrend. We knew we were due for weekly consolidation, and that began. And from the low to the high, actually I already drew it out, we have now retraced over 50% of that move. So no longer a weekly bull flag. We were looking at that as a potential, but based on this pullback, losing the 0.382 fib, it has decreased those odds and negated that. So like I said, weekly uptrend still intact, just looking for a weekly higher low compared to 374.77, and we'll be confident that the weekly higher low is set once we get back into a daily uptrend, which we have yet to do. But we are starting the weekly bounce with a break of 404.16 resistance. Next resistance is 418.31 on the weekly, and after that 428. On the monthly time frame, like I said, starting monthly consolidation, having lost last month's low. So the resistance on the monthly is 418 and then 428 as well. So we do have a lack of resistance. And then after that, nothing until 456.11. But watch for potential inverse head and shoulders, with this being the left, head, right. And we do have the potential for a monthly uptrend to confirm now. We're just looking for a monthly higher low and then a higher high. Again, we'll be confident that the monthly higher low is set once we break to a higher high. So if we break 418.31, we'll be confident, and that'll give us a monthly uptrend. The only thing I'm a little concerned about here, and is worrisome, is the fact that we still haven't saw the EMA 12 and 26 bear cross on the monthly time frame. If we bring up Bitcoin, Bitcoin's monthly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross happened back in September. But again, we still haven't seen Congress being banned from owning stocks yet. I think that's going to be a very, telling indicator once that happens. Last time the market was at all-time highs, the Fed banned themselves from owning stocks, and then we went into turmoil. And then I would expect nothing different if Congress were to do the same. So I'll be watching for that. But all about monthly uptrends confirming. The dollar's a monthly inside bar, so resistance at 105.35 and support at 182. Pretty much a double top this month at 105.18. So still haven't started the monthly bounce yet. And we are at risk of a monthly downtrend here, where the lower high and lower low is the most likely scenario. So if that were to happen, if we do confirm a monthly bounce by breaking 105.35, and then we form a lower high and then a lower low, then that would be very, very good for stocks and crypto and assets alike. Gold and silver, also monthly inside bars. Silver starting monthly consolidation in a big way. Gold looks like it's a monthly bull flag we're not in a monthly uptrend yet. And we did pull back a little bit more than we would like to see. So not going to consider that a monthly bull flag. Generally, you want to be in a monthly uptrend, not in a flat trend. So I'm going to rule that out. But again, starting monthly consolidation, increasing the odds that we could see that happen on Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin were to start monthly consolidation, that would put us more than likely a back test of around 20K, which wouldn't be out of the question. I think that's very realistic. Tesla starting the daily bounce today, very similar to the S&P 500, but just a little bit of a lag. S&P 500 day 2 of its daily bounce, Tesla day 1. And this comes after their Wednesday investor day. I did watch some of it, actually. I wasn't that blown away by it. We're just talking about sustainable energy, renewable energy, things like that. But yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, obviously. But a little bit of a different format. A lot of people, like some people in the chat, were saying that a lot of criticism around it. But holding up well, losing 200. And we are finding resistance at the daily EMA 12. And it's been a while since we saw a bear cross, right? The last time the EMAs on the daily time frame crossed bearish was back in September. And then we had a bull cross and a massive move. After that bull cross occurred, price went up about 56%. So, and then off the lows, we're up about 120, almost 120, but 115% off those lows. So wouldn't be surprised if we saw an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross here over the next week or so. And then give us some prolonged weekly consolidation. At the moment, it's a potential for a weekly bull flag. No longer in a weekly downtrend. Not sure if I drew that out already. Yes, I did. So anything over 171.51 is a potential weekly bull flag. Then if we take the measured move from low to the high, move that out to the 0.32 fib, we're looking at about a measured move of 375, which from current levels would be about a 90% of a move from current levels. But weekly consolidation underway. We'll be confident that the weekly higher low is set once we can change the daily trend back to an uptrend. And lots of room on the monthly as well to form a monthly higher low. So key support is for this month is going to be 169.93. Lose that, we start monthly consolidation. We go to higher low compared to 101.81, the 52-week low. In terms of bulls and bears on the list today, AMC, DDD, and SPCE leading the bull list. DDD, nice move as well off the lows, all the way down to 702, and then we ran to 1267. So in a couple months, a nice 80 to 90% gain there. On the bear list, we have NEXE, OPK, and Bed Bath & Beyond. Volatility continues with Bed Bath & Beyond, though. And I said I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole last month. We did have a high of 703, but here we are starting monthly consolidation. It looks like actually no double bottom by 1 penny. And from the high of last month, now down 80%. So massive volatility in both directions. Taking a look at the MJ space. So Canadian MJ, movers and shakers on the list today. XTRX, NOVC, and Sundial leading the bull list. On the bear list, we have IMCC, Labs, and Huge. T-God is no more. That is now Bizam. A weird name. I don't know what you guys think of this name, but not my favorite. I think that's how you pronounce it, Bizam. But this had a nice move as well off the lows. Lows at 29 cents, ran all the way up to 51. So almost 100%, 76% and change upside off the low there. CGC, no love for CGC. Pretty much at its 52-week lows. And more than likely favoring a type of equilibrium with the low, high, higher, low, lower, high, higher, low, tightening range based on this this massive pullback. Them laying off a bunch of people. Tilray, kind of similar to the CGC chart actually. More than likely favoring a type of equilibrium. Hexo, still in a weekly uptrend, so low, high, higher, low, and higher, high. Still that weekly EMA 12. It's Friday, though, 13 minutes left in the day. So we'll see if Hexo can close over that EMA 12 on the weekly time frame. That level right now is sitting at 168. So if we fail to close above that, then that's going to be, again, proving to be very, very strong resistance. We did close above it last week, just barely. But it's all about EMA 12, in my opinion. You need to get a weekly I wouldn't even say maybe a 2 to 3 based on how long this downtrend has been intact, right? So usually whenever you're looking for a reverse in trend, you want to see 2 to 3 confirmations, right? 2 to 3 candle closes over a certain resistance if it's been proved resistance for that long. But it is nice to see that we're in a weekly uptrend with a low, high, higher low, higher high. Anything over, 132 is just a weekly higher low if we do start weekly consolidation. But no major red flags yet. And even on the daily time frame, we're still in a daily uptrend. We have the low, high, higher low, and higher high. Now looking for a higher low compared to 153. And I know we had a request to do some TA on Hexo, so we'll look at that more in depth here in a moment. In terms of American MJ, Halo, VRNO, and LOWL leading the decline on the bull list. On the decline, we have MedMen, BMMJ, and AYR. Taking a look at MSOS, the ETF. Very similar to SPY, so starting its daily bounce for the second day in a row, but still no daily uptrend confirmed yet. We did break the daily downtrend with the break of the lower high, lower low pattern. So once we broke 678 resistance, we were no longer in a daily downtrend. But now we need to confirm a uptrend by forming a higher low and a higher high. But yeah, continues to remain weak, USMJ. And we could potentially change the weekly trend here as well. The low, high, higher low, and higher high. So if we break resistance there at 725, would be in a weekly uptrend as well. And what I've been saying on the monthly time frame, watch for 736. Then it was 725. So we'll go based on last month's high, actually, because we had a monthly inside bar that broke bearish. We started monthly consolidation. But ultimately, that low there at 609, the all-time low held. So this could be a monster swing opportunity. Like I said, this month we got as low as 634. You could have played off 609 support, set a stop below $6, and then very low risk. So essentially, you could have risked about 6-7%. And then if we do start the monthly bounce and we go all the way up to the resistance, that's about 100% of upside. So risk 5-6% to make 90 to 100%. That is great risk to reward. Checking in on the community here real quick, just checking on the news situation. Not much has happened today. Pretty quiet overall, actually, getting into the weekend. Lisa would like to take a look at Hexo in detail. Sure, no problem. So like I said, daily uptrend intact. Just looking for a daily high or low. We are starting the daily bounce today, having broken the high of yesterday at 163, so that's good to see. No resistance until 185, the high of this bounce. And key support is going to be 153. If we lose 153, we lose the daily uptrend. Zoom into the weekly. We look for weekly consolidation to begin, and then it's all about support at 132. That's the key support, though, on Hexo, as that maintains the weekly uptrend. If we lose 132, we're no longer in a weekly uptrend. Then we zoom out to the monthly and look for monthly consolidation to get underway. And we wouldn't really want to start monthly consolidation just yet because we don't have that much of a room for a higher low to form. If we start monthly consolidation, that only gives us about, well, it's still 30% to form a monthly higher low, but the bigger the bounce, as big of a bounce as possible we can get, we'll take it. Allow for that room to form. But like I said, volume, usually a indicator, usually it precedes price, right? So in this instance, in January, we had all-time high record NASDAQ volume. Then price continued to go to the upside even on lower volume, right? But usually the price comes after. So we had the big uptick in volume. Monthly bounce had yet to begin. And then we started the monthly bounce the next month, and then the price continues. So I would assume and would expect that over the next couple of months, we could see this monthly bounce continue, in my opinion. But we need to confirm monthly uptrends to be absolutely confident, not just in Hexo, but across the sector. We do have earnings scheduled and tentative for March 16th. But if you go to Hexo's website, wasn't it the 15th it was due by? If you just go scroll down, go to FAQ, and then click on Hexo year end and quarter ends. Yes, sorry, no, it's March 17th that it's due by. So we should see it for sure by not next Friday, but 2 weeks from now. So, you know, whether it be end of day, I think sometimes they do end of day, but we'll see. But yeah, we should see that in the next 2 weeks. And then in terms of analyst estimates, it was 41 million Canadian. In the US, it's 27.418 million. And then EPS is, that can't be right. Negative 0.165. No, it was like negative 0.02. Yeah, generally I don't go by TradingView. My pretty much go-to is investing.com. Scroll down, go to financials, click on earnings. Yeah, so they're forecasting, they're saying March 16th as well, but negative 0.0233 and revenue at 41.7 million. This is in Canadian. And watch for potential for positive adjusted EBITDA. Aurora did it. OGI did it. I think there's a very good chance that Hexo could do it over the next quarter or two, so as early as this quarter potentially. And yeah, Charlie continues to reiterate that every sale is now profitable. So words mean things, but again, it can take a few quarters. He's also said that as well, so it could be the next one. We'll just have to keep an eye out for it. But yeah, in the monthly time frame, we have no resistance. After 185, we have no resistance until 357. So even just from 185 breaking, that's another 100% of upside from there potentially. In terms of the weekly uptrend, or sorry, weekly time frame on the moving averages and the macros, we're still very bullish on the stochastic. MACD's bullish, and we're set for another weekly candle close over the 10-week moving average. This will be the third time in a row. And again, we're starting to see that average curl. And what have I been saying? When we're in a prolonged downtrend, usually you want to see at least 2 to 3 confirmations over a specific resistance. And this one has been very, very strong resistance for a better part of a couple of years. And yeah, it's looking really good. But we just need the rest of the sector to cooperate. SPY's cooperating. We'll see if SPY and Bitcoin and the broader market confirm monthly uptrends. But then we have no resistance nearby until 312, which is the next weekly resistance there, the 50 weekly. After that, nothing until the 100 there at 2176. Daily time frame, we're maintaining the 50-day moving average as support, which is nice to see. But we're still quite a ways away before we see those the 50 and the 200 cross. So that would be a golden cross. So more than likely, I would say 3 or 4 weeks away and potentially 2 to 3 months away before we see that golden cross. Things can change in a hurry, though. Obviously, news can change that, but bearing all things unchanged, it's looking like, just based on price action, we could see, and the way the sector's going, it's looking like it could be a few months. And we know that we could see potential for reform in the U.S., whether it be legalization of medical, whether it be safe banking, rescheduling, descheduling. I don't think they'd ever deschedule it, but something similar to alcohol and tobacco. But those are the catalysts that we'd be looking out for. All right, hopefully that helps. Everett would like to look at AMRN on the NASDAQ, which is American Corporation PLC. Well, first and foremost, we just had a golden cross and back tested the 50-day moving average perfectly. So this is looking really good based on what I'm seeing. And off the low there at 104, we went all the way up to 223. So nice move there off the low, but we still haven't confirmed a monthly uptrend on this move of 111% off the lows. But tons of room to form one when we do. It's a monthly inside bar, so very simple statement. If we break 223 resistance, the inside bar resistance, then we continue the monthly bounce for the third month in a row. If we lose support at 170, then we start monthly consolidation for the first time since September. And then If we do lose that support, we could drop about almost 40% and just be looking for a monthly higher low. So it's looking really good. If you are looking for entries, maybe you want to potentially, well, you could go short if we lose 170. That would be an opportunity for a short based on monthly consolidation. Or if you're looking to add this one long term, you could look to add it. You know, I'd be careful with long terms though, because of the fact that the market could potentially enter a prolonged bear market for, you know, at least a year or 2 years, in my opinion. Maybe might not happen for a few months. Potentially sell in May and go away. I think that we could have some gas left in the tank going into the spring. But maybe you want to look to add on a monthly higher low and monthly consolidation. And generally, daily oversold would be a decent entry to start scaling in. But yeah, still no monthly uptrend confirmed yet. We did break the monthly downtrend with the low, with the high, low, lower high, and lower low. So once we broke that high, lower low pattern, so once we broke resistance there at 171, no longer in a monthly downtrend, but still have yet to confirm the monthly uptrend. So trend's flat at the moment. And still finding resistance at EMA 12 there on the monthly time frame. Alicia says, hopefully not Friday after the close for Hexo earnings. I mean, yep. Hopefully not. I doubt it, but we'll see. Might not even be Friday. So on the weekly time frame, double bottom there, 169, and we hit 170, so basically a penny. That would have been a nice opportunity to go long as well off of that double bottom, even if you just entered there. Even here at 172, could have entered there and saw about a 27% of upside there for so fairly low risk. Is that a weekly bull flag? Yeah, we did pull back a little bit more than I'd like to see, but not much. You could still make the argument that that was a weekly bull flag. So if you take a look at the measured move, playing off that weekly bull flag, it's a target of about 323, which would be from that current level. You're looking at about a 90% of upside from there. And we did confirm it with a break of that resistance at 213, but then here we are breaking down again. So if you are in this name and you're wondering when would be a good idea to exit, take some profit, what I would do is potentially set a stop below the low there at 169. So there's some opportunities or some ideas for you. And again, if you let me know what you're looking to do, if you're looking to add, subtract, you know, dollar cost average, short, long, long-term entry, short-term entry, swing trade, day trade, you know, things like that, I can kind of tailor to your response a little bit more. But we would expect a daily EMA 12 and 26 bear cross at some point soon as well. Haven't seen one in quite some time, since a couple months ago. And then likely had a daily oversold. So just be cautious on this one. And we were seeing some hidden bearish RSI divergence as well, with lower highs and lower lows, and then higher lows and higher highs in the price action. And we do have a head and shoulders here as well. So if we take the move there from the head and shoulders target, whoops, you're looking at about drop down to about 130. And we do have the 0.786 there and the 618, so around that golden pocket there, 152, 135. Wouldn't be surprised if we hit that level actually. But yeah, if we do lose 169, expect, you know, somewhere around 150, 130 for a weekly higher low. Hopefully that helps. In terms of the weekly time frame, we are set to close. Actually, we just closed the day at 5:00. It's 2 minutes after close, so we did close above the 10-week moving average, and we held it on this back test. We are bearish though. We had a bear cross at the stochastic, but see what bulls can muster up next week if they can get back into bull territory there. MACD remains bullish as well, and we're back testing the 50 weekly. This is looking really good. It looks like it's just consolidating healthily, like very healthy, and just looking for, just looking to establish that support on the way up and looking for continuation. Nothing nearby until the 100 weekly for resistance at 299. So it's all about support and resistances there. 169 going to be the key resistance, but we did have a golden cross as well, so this is looking really good. And then back tested the 50-day moving average. So yeah, this is looking ripe for a pretty aggressive move to the upside. We do have a gap there at the chart, in the chart as well. Looks like at 145. Or sorry, let's I think I had the wrong number there. 264. Yeah. 264. So it's looking really good. But if we do lose 169, then we're likely heading back down to those EMAs. Those moving averages there, the 200 and the 100, which are lining up perfectly. And those are at 146. I was looking to enter long. You answered it. I'll wait. Thanks. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking like it could fire off. It really depends on the broader market as well. I mean, it just had earnings on the 1st of March, and they beat on both revenue and EPS. But I would say it's looking more bearish. We already had the EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well, so I'm definitely leaning more bearish than I am bullish at the moment. So I'd likely wait. Wouldn't want to go chasing at this point. Like I said, very due for monthly consolidation. Just like, SPY, we hadn't had weekly consolidation in almost 2 months. It has now been 181 days, so 6 months since we had any monthly consolidation. But I just keep it very simple. If we break resistance there at 223, we continue the monthly bounce. And then if we lose 170, then or 169, I guess it was. I'm not sure why I'm saying 170 here, but yeah, that would be very telling, and likely expect a drop back down to around that 140 area. And then we'll look for a monthly higher low, but again, wouldn't want to enter long, in my opinion, unless we were in a monthly uptrend. And like I said, look for that monthly higher low. What you could do too is look for the monthly higher low, and then play off of that psychological support at maybe even 150, right? A bunch of different ways you can play it. You could scale in. All depends on how much you're looking to throw at it as well. But yeah, like I said, this thing could easily pull back once we start monthly consolidation. Could easily pull back 40%. So I would likely hold off as well. Maybe start to scale in around 175, 150. Welcome back, Rod. Thank you very much. Good to be back. Thank you, Alicia. Curious, did you buy any weed in Mexico? If so, which brand's good? I believe Bazam has an agreement with Mexico. I wasn't aware of that. But no, I didn't buy any when I was down there. I did have a guy on the beach asking if I was looking for anything illegal, which is kind of funny. But no, didn't see anything on there down there. To be honest, we didn't really leave the resort that much. A couple times for dinner, and went to live music and played golf. So to be honest, I was kind of just looking forward to the break, and haven't really been consuming that much lately. Been doing more of the edibles and the drinks, but yeah, just trying to kind of cut it all out. Even alcohol down there, obviously, at an all-inclusive, you're more inclined to consume more amounts of alcohol. So probably going to be getting back into the drinks here, the kind of beverages. No, didn't see anything down there. I wouldn't expect to see much down there yet. But yeah, if we do start to see products and stuff rolling out around Mexico, I'll definitely have to be going down. We'll do more of a vlog style and documentary on that, similar to what I've done in the past with the Las Vegas trip and the Colorado trip. Rashid would like to look at IMV. Let's do it. On the TSX. So IMB, whoa, dropped into a monthly lower low, monthly oversold. Yeah, so realistically, you're just looking at support there at $1. So we did have that reverse split, 1 for 10. And we have the low there at 91. So we did dip below $1. And we have no monthly resistance all the way up to $6. So from that low, you're looking at what, 7, yeah, 5, a little over 5x, 530%. It's a name that just continues to get absolutely destroyed. Weekly oversold, no weekly resistance until 522, and then $6. This could be a nice high risk, high reward play. You could enter with a stop below 90 cents and look to ride this thing up. Even on the daily time frame, what do we have for resistance? Nothing until 138, and then after that 335. So this thing could easily see, in my opinion, 50 to 100, maybe even 200% of upside. They're starting the daily bounce today, having broken yesterday's high. But it looks like it was a daily bear flag. So if we take the high to the low, take the measured move that out to 0.32, we're looking at about dropped to around 60 cents, 61 cents. So if we do lose support there at 91, I wouldn't want to be in it because we could easily drop, in my opinion, in another 32%-ish. But might not be a bad idea. Again, if you let me know what you're looking to do, go long, short, dollar cost average, right? Day trade, swing trade, investing trade, then yeah, give you a little bit more of a tailored response. But if you want my unbiased opinion, that's fine as well. But like I said, probably what I would do is play off 91, set my stop just below 90 cents, and then look to swing trade it potentially for 50 to 100% gain. Even we just go back to the EMAs, that's about a 20 to 75% on the daily time frame. Then we're very, very far away from the weekly time frames. The EMAs, that's about 150 to 315% away. And generally what happens with these EMAs is we usually get extended to the upside and the downside, but we usually gravitate back towards them. So one would think that we're likely going to make our way back up to that EMA 12 at the very least there, around 261. So that's likely how I'd play it, with a stop below 90 cents. Very low risk. A daily bear flag would be concerned if we lost that support there at 91. In terms of the weekly time frame here, well below the 10-week moving average, but nothing nearby until 265. So that's looking decent. We're bearish though on the stochastic and the MACD, so nothing really to be excited about here, other than the fact that we're quite a ways away from our moving averages, and even the 50 weekly there at 764, so very, very far away. Daily time frame, 50-day moving average at 276. So yeah, this thing could be ripe for a massive oversold bounce. We were gearing up for a potential golden cross, but it never occurred. And like I said, generally when something like that happens, we'll want to see 2 to 3 closes over that after a specific indicator or pattern emerges, right? So if we're in a prolonged downtrend and we haven't closed over the 200-day moving average in many months or years, then we'll want to see usually a back test and then a multiple, 2 to 3 closes over that and a back test to confirm. And then here in this instance, we're looking for the golden cross, but it just never happened, and we didn't get above the 200-day. Ended up being, we ended up kissing it and then dropping down, right? So likely going to be many months before we see that golden cross. But that's likely how I would play it. Just play off that support at 91. A little bit of risk now because we have bounced quite a bit. Not quite a bit, but bounced enough. So even at current levels, you're essentially risking about 13 to 15% to make, 30 to 75% just on the daily time frame. But like I said, if you're really looking to swing for the fences, you can set your stop just below 90 and then look to ride this up to around $2, $2 to $3. It's likely how I'd play it. Use a little bit of a smaller amount of capital as well. But SPY, nice close, 404.19, sitting at 404.26 after hours. Close near the high of the day. Could be set up for a potential daily inside bear tomorrow, but we do have a lack of resistance all the way up to 415.05. So we'll see what we can see what develops tomorrow. But it's looking like bulls are in full control, but still haven't yet changed the daily trend. So we still need that daily higher low and higher high. What I would like to see is break to a daily higher high tomorrow, or sorry, on Monday rather, and then get our daily consolidation on Monday or Tuesday. That'd be best case scenario in my opinion. Bitcoin consolidating on the 15-minute time frame looks like it could potentially be seeing another leg down. And watch for monthly consolidation to happen on Bitcoin at some point soon. SPY giving us a clue. Checking in on the community again, just looking at any news, no more tickers, so not surprising we had quite a few ticker requests after being off for a little bit there. So thanks everybody for your tickers, and we'll see what next week has in store. But like I said, wouldn't be surprised if we saw some weakness in crypto over the weekend, leading into next week. All right, gonna end it there. Hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. And I'll be doing a live stream on Monday as well. Planning to go to the mountains this weekend. So my girlfriend and I are going to be going to Banff. Staying at, forget the name of the hotel, but it's just outside of Banff, about 30 minutes away. It's a hotel and casino. Pet friendly. Going to take my dog. Going to do some hiking on Sunday, but going to go down on Saturday after doing some stuff for the Airbnb Saturday morning, so tomorrow morning, and then hit the road, and then we'll go to that resort. They have a casino there and everything, so that should be fun. And then take off early in the morning, go do some hiking around Banff. So I should be posting some trip updates on that in the on my stories and on social media, Instagram, Facebook specifically. If you want to stay tuned on that, but looking forward to that. Yeah, let me talk to you on I'll probably get another video later today, but I'll talk to you for sure on Monday for another before market close video update. And like I said, looking forward to going to the mountains this weekend. I haven't done that yet this year. And yeah, going to end it there. Have a great weekend. We'll see everybody in the chat room in a few minutes. Talk to you soon.